The Filthy Show has extremely explicit content. It is not intended for children, adults, or anyone really, especially retards without a sense of humor. If you offend easily, please fuck off now. All right, welcome to what was supposed to be a special episode of The Filthy Show. Right now, we just look like a couple of jackasses that don't have sleeves on.
I feel so self-conscious right now.
I know, my arms are cold.
They are not. My arms are not made for sleeveless.
No, I did
flabby.
not. If I would have known we were doing this, I would have worked on my arms a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I guess we could do headphones. I forgot about that. I like the headphones. But, yeah, our guest today was supposed to be Dean Stanfield, who was going to rock sleeveless, as he normally does.
A sleeveless, what was it, like jumpsuit or something?
Yeah, and he's got a cool mullet. He still might join us at some point, so there's a chance. If not, we'll throw up a little graphic.
He's at Willie Nelson's farm right now.
He is
plowing Nelson.
He has a good excuse for not being here. He's hanging out with Willie Nelson, which also fits who he is as a person. He's a mullet man. He's got no sleeves, and he's kicking it. Oh, there he is.
That's Dean. Imagine that fucking Willie.
Yeah, imagine that just taking Willie Nelson to town.
In my ass again.
Take my penis, buddy. I'm going to come in you,
How do you think Willie Nelson looks naked now?
Awful. Like fucking the girl from The Shining when she gets out of the bathtub. I think that's what Willie Nelson looks like naked.
At first, Willie Nelson looks like a really hot woman, and then it turns into a ghoul.
He can trick you. Yeah, so that was supposed to be our guest. Here, we'll interview him and just pan to him, and we'll do his voice. Oh yeah, I'm fucking Dean. I drive 4-wheelers while fucking fat girls.
That is the vibe I get, bro.
That's kind of something he would probably do if he had to do it.
Dean's a weird guy.
But yeah, I'm not going to continue. What were you going to say?
I'm going to say he's a really funny comedian. He's really successful in comedy, but sometimes he just delivers ice to people.
Yeah, he just does odd jobs. He can't get rid of that blue collarness inside of him. But yeah, we're coming at you live from South by Southwest, the hellhole that is rich people coming to town and making it very hard to park.
There's a bunch of hipster fruitcakes that spend thousands of dollars on their badges.
Thousands of dollars, but they can't get one decent band. One good band. Where are the good bands? Honestly, we were going through the South. Well, we had badges the last 2 years, and we had nothing but good things to say about South by Southwest.
Yeah,
because you give us badges and we keep our mouths shut. That's how you never heard me say one bad thing about the mothership. Daddy's got a badge. That place rips. There's nothing negative about that place. But South by Southwest, you take my badge away, the guns are coming out.
Just let us feel like one of the elites.
Yeah,
that's all I want.
The badge doesn't even have to work.
No.
Just give it to me.
Just give me a fake badge to walk around.
Let me run around with it. But yeah, the last 2 years, most of the bands weren't great. And it wasn't even like they weren't our style of music. They didn't have like big followings. It's just weird because I think a music badge alone is over $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
It's like Coachella prices.
Remember last year when we went to go get our badges, all the dirty looks we got?
Yeah, people were mad.
We were disgusting to them.
And we had platinum badges, which are like the best badges you can get. Those are like $2,500. And we had those. There was nothing anyone could do about it.
They were practically spitting on us. That's how disgusted they were.
Well, they spend so much money to come here. Okay, so platinum is $2,000. That's the one we had. Interactive, $1,695. So I wonder what that is.
The cheapest one is $995.
Well, that makes sense. The music, because it's not very good.
And
but
now
still,
this year, all the music is protesting for Palestine.
Yeah, that is true. A lot of the bands are dropping out because they're afraid Palestine might try it again.
Yep.
They might go for round 2.
Palestine really hates music festivals.
I don't
Everyone
think those
that.
Little wind turbine things can make it that far, but they might kite surf here and kill it. Oh, if they kite surf to America, we got to let them kill everybody at that point.
I wouldn't mind if Palestine killed a couple people from South by. They're annoying people.
It'd be fine. It would jam up traffic for that day, for sure.
Yeah.
But then the rest of I bet it would thin out after that. People would go home. That might be Dean, actually. I mean, it might be a little fucking stinky Dean.
What's interactive? Dean. What is that? Is that all the gay little... Oh, those are like the... Like tech people talking about their stupid shit.
Oh, it's like the conferences and stuff? Yeah, that was like the one thing.
Panels.
I didn't do any of that shit.
I think, who is that? The black woman that married the Prince of England. I think she did a panel recently there for South by.
A black woman married the Prince of England?
Yeah, a black woman married a Prince of England. The
Are
family
you sure that just wasn't
disowned
a
her.
Netflix show that you saw? Was
I don't
that an
know.
episode of
I
Bridgerton?
get all my news from Netflix.
You just watched Bridgerton and thought that was real? No, that was a real thing. I forgot her name.
Meghan Markle.
Oh, Meghan Markle. Was she even black?
Can you look up a picture of Meghan Markle? Apparently that's like a big thing.
Is that bitch black? She's
No.
not. Wow, she gets black and not black. Oh, she can shapeshift. she's
an
god-
animorph.
She's a goddamn black skinwalker.
Wait, which one is she? There's 3 different women.
Middle one.
Oh, she's not black.
Oh, yeah, she's not black at all. She's like fucking what's her name? Jessica Alba. Jessica Alba's not black, is she?
Is Jessica Alba black?
I don't think so. Maybe like a little bit. You don't get to say you're. I don't understand that. Like, you don't get to claim black if black is the least amount of thing in you.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, you can't really claim Mexican.
No.
Like, you try to sometimes.
No, I just say I'm part. I don't claim it. I don't want to
I've
claim
watched
it.
you claim it.
I don't claim it.
I've watched you.
When have I ever
When you
claimed it?
drop a hard spick, when you say that word, and then you say I can say it because I'm Mexican. You're not
Yeah.
really Mexican though.
No, I didn't. I say it because I don't like Mexicans.
Fair enough.
You misheard me.
That's true. I never listened to the full bit. Yeah, if she said the N-word, I would feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be cool with that.
I think
As a young sleeveless black man, my skin is sticking to this chair. I'm gonna ruin this chair.
you're sweaty.
I'm not even sweating. I'm just damp. I think I run damp. That's just who I am. God, I feel like a fool right now.
Yeah, Dean really fucked us.
He said he'll be here in 30 minutes. This is not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough to redeem.
Do I have to pull up the racial slur?
No.
No.
We'll make it through. Us bitching about South by should cover another 50 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it's not even... It's just that they shouldn't use the whole city. Like, there should be a better way to do it. You don't need to have 17 different venues all throughout the entire city. So it's just people constantly running around with their heads in their asses. They cross the street. They think they're immune to cars. They aren't. They aren't immune to cars. I almost drove through an entire crowd of people because
South by people have the same mentality as black homeless people.
they really
They just
do.
walk in the middle of the street.
Well, the light was green for me to go, and then they were just still crossing the crosswalk, and I just started driving. I was like, as far as I'm concerned, I'm allowed to drive. I'm being told I can drive. You shouldn't be there.
Yeah, look how crazy that shit gets.
15.
I mean, that to be fair, that's what 6th Street looks like every night. Now they block off the middle. I don't really know why they... Oh, I think it's so they can drive their golf carts through and shit.
Yeah.
It's really gay.
I mean, I wouldn't be upset if somebody drove a truck through that.
Well, the thing is with most festivals, what they do is they just have a giant venue or a giant like field where you have a bunch of stages and you do. But for some reason, they're like, our field is going to be the entire city of Austin. We're going to inconvenience. And the homeless people, there's less of them. I don't know what they do with them. I like to think the rich people kill them. I think that's what they do. I think they have like bounty hunters come in and just cut their heads off. That's what I think. I don't know for sure. I can't.
That's what the badges
Guaranteed.
are made out of. Homeless people's skin.
Homeless people, yeah, they laminate
the
it with
skin of peasants.
homeless nutsack skin.
God, I wish I was
That's
rich.
also the name of one of the bands coming is Homeless Nutsack Skin. It's one of the biggest names they were able to get. Is that South by?
It's like right code.
That is Austin in the background.
Yeah.
15 again.
Well, yeah, so do that. Like Zilker Park is huge. I don't know why they don't just do it in Zilker Park.
Don't they do ACL in a big park?
I don't know about that. ACL doesn't seem to fuck things up as much as South by.
You know what really does? The Peach Festival or Pecan Festival.
Yeah, the Pecan Festival is pretty retarded too. Because that's the thing about Austin. It's not fun and cool. It's not. That's not what it is. And it's never really been that because I've been coming here since I was younger. And it was always like, oh, it's hipstery and cool. I'm like, no, it's just a bunch of weird homeless people that scream at you. And then there's some cool record shops.
Yeah.
And a couple of music venues.
Everybody's smelly.
Everything smells. It's not nice. Like, it's not a nice place.
No.
So it's weird to have like something like this that's supposed to be like a really nice, high class, techie festival for all these rich people to come here and see movies that aren't coming out for a couple months. Because I guess that's what you get when you're rich. You get to see Late Night with the Devil a year before it comes out.
That's what we got to do.
We got to
last
do
year.
that. It made me feel better than most people.
Yeah.
I understand why they always feel.
Most of what we're saying is just pure bitterness.
Yeah, but you take the boys' badges away. Like I said, the truth comes out. We are going to talk shit about your gay-ass festival. Yeah, but I mean, not even just talk shit about the festival. Austin itself. You shouldn't come here unless you need to be here. That's how I feel. Because for comedy, we came here because there's a lot of comedy going on. I guess if you want to see comedy, you can come here too. Because you will get to see a lot of cool like showcases with comedians that you like and stuff. But it's not a good place. There's nothing good about Austin. It's
outside of that, no, there's nothing
very
good.
dirty. Things are very expensive in a state that's not that expensive.
It always smells like warm shit.
Yeah, I mean, you can go 20... I live 30 minutes outside of Austin, and restaurants, every hotel, everything is so much cheaper out there. And it's way nicer.
Like it is way nicer.
It's nicer. It's less crime. The people are cooler. The scenery is more fun to look at. There's more fun stuff to do. Like there's rivers and stuff out there. Whereas here, it's like you pay for parking, you pay $45 for sushi, and then some guy named Razor Blade Rick yells at you about how his mom was circumcised in front of him.
Oh, no.
And you don't know what to do for him.
I guess we're just making the point, if Russia's going to nuke us, nuke Austin first.
It's not a bad call.
We don't need Austin.
There's a lot of people here. But that's also the thing, too, is they don't need Austin. It wouldn't affect America at all if you nuked us.
If you destroyed Austin, America would be fine.
I think we'd be completely fine.
I also don't think Texas is that useful. Let's get rid of Texas.
No, I think Texas is pretty useful because Texas is pretty rad. It has a lot of variety. There's a lot of different stuff going on. Austin just sucks. It's just getting shittier too.
Yeah,
I mean, we've been here for 3 years and it's gotten consistently shittier. The comedy scene is better. There's a lot of shows.
Austin's just turning into LA now.
Yeah,
and if you've ever been to LA, that's a fucking cesspool of garbage.
Yeah, and it just never ends. And that's what's happening to Austin. It's just going to keep expanding. Where I live now will eventually be Austin. Mm-hmm. And that's when I sell my house for $5 million and I move to somewhere else where we'll build a huge comedy empire, ruin their country, ruin their city. And then the cycle continues. Really, maybe the thing is you should kill entertainers. That might be the source.
We should kill entertainers, influencers, musicians.
Artists really do ruin cities.
If you think you should make money off your art, you should die.
Well, yeah. Comedians should not be millionaires.
No.
Ever. I think there should be a cap. There should be a socialist cap for comedians.
Oh, yeah.
And then if you're top 10 best, but you shouldn't be mediocre. Mediocre comedian, that never kills that hard, but has a good podcast. So now you have $70 million. That's fucking nuts.
Andrew Santino's out there making more than welders, and I don't think that should happen.
Andrew Santino.
He's an untalented redhead fruitcake.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's not exactly the route I was going to go, but yeah, fuck you, Andrew Santino. Yeah. We're sleeveless right now. We have no filters.
Let's burn the industry down, dude.
It turns out the sleeves are what hold us in.
Oh, yeah.
we're full on Ty Rivera.
I don't think entertainers should make a lot of money at all, because I don't make a lot of money. Right. And I want people to feel like I do.
Look, movie stars I get, because movies are really expensive. And a lot of those movies sell because of the people in them. Like those people are selling those movies. But if all you can do is just get people to come to a room and sit down and watch you talk for an hour, you don't deserve to. You're not a rock star. You're not doing anything that impressive. No. Anyone can do it because Steve-O's doing it.
Steve-O, yeah, he's pretty bad.
That should prove to people that anybody can do stand-up comedy because Steve-O is doing it successfully.
The guy that used to shove Hot Wheels up his ass is more famous than most comedians.
It has nothing to do with how funny you are or how talented you are. It's you as a person. You become like a brand. And then when they can sell you as a brand, then you start making tons of money because people will just sit and listen to you talk. Even if it's just literally about you being like, yeah, I'm sober now, but all my stories are about when I did drugs. That's the only interesting thing about me.
Yeah, so many.
And look, if we become big and we make a lot of money, I'm definitely going to change my mind. I will turn around on this entire thing.
Oh, yeah.
But then, at that point, it's not up to me to change. It's up to you guys. If you've ever paid more than $20 for a comedy ticket, you should let someone fuck your wife in front of you. You should go into your child's room and kill them. You should kill them. Yeah, you should throw your child off a roof. And I'm not trying to incite violence. I'm just saying that if you like what we do here at the show,
if you support comedy, you should maybe kill your family.
It's a joke. But that is, that's a big problem with comedy is like the rock star persona. Being a comedian is not cool. Like, if you look at comedians as a whole, we're goofballs. We're dipshits. We're the ones that you would beat up. And that's why when we don't have money, we get no respect at all. When you're a comedian like us, you have no following, you don't make a lot of money doing it. No one thinks you're cool. I mean, like mildly retarded girls, because you opened for a comedian they've seen on fucking Conan. They'll suck your dick in that hotel lobby.
Yeah, they're angels.
And those women
Sweet
are
angels.
awesome. we're really happy that they exist.
Thank God for sad fat women.
But the rest of society should not think like those women, because it would be chaos if everyone had that mindset.
I don't know. I met homeless people funnier than most comedians. And they're not doing very good.
Almost black people, for sure. The black Israelites are better than Steve-O.
This is a good 50 best stand-up comedy tips.
This is probably all. Number 1, kill yourself.
Yeah. Number 2, put a gun in your mouth.
That's another thing, too. It's not... Like, everyone's like, oh, of course, Amy Schumer is the first. Is this real or is this a joke?
It's a
Tips for writing stand-up comedy. Pick a point of view. That's smart, yeah.
Racism.
Yeah.
Is that... All right. I'm going to build what they want me to build.
Yeah.
Let's write a joke based off of these.
All right. So my point of view is racist old man who can't fuck.
Who can't fuck.
And he's pissed.
That's a good...
All right, let's find the comedic conflict.
He's racist and he can't fuck.
Well, the conflict I was going to say is black people. Because I'm thinking from this guy's mindset now, and if you ask me what's your major conflict, I'd say that motherfucker who lives next door that won't turn its goddamn music
my
down.
new neighbors.
Tap
and
your-
my soft dick.
Tap your authentic, funny self. I think I already did that because that guy's been living in me for a long time, and I just tapped into him.
Oh, you're deep down, you're an old racist
Don't
man who can't
attempt
fuck?
to both write and analyze your material at the same time. That's fucking stupid. What do they mean?
Don't attempt to write.
So it just write down
write.
mindless garbage and don't think about what you're writing and then try to make it funny? I mean, that makes sense that they would use Amy Schumer because that seems like that's what she fucking did.
Oh, yeah.
Tits, pussy, spongy ass. All right, now let's make that funny.
Get into flow?
All right. I'm getting into it. Get out of here! Get out of here! You dirty little motherfucker! Learn the mechanics of this is gay.
Yeah.
Can we do ours? Let's do ours. Okay, this is what you
Learn the mechanics of writing comedy. I thought that's what we were looking at.
I'll do mine. I'm almost 8 years in. I feel like I can give enough advice to someone starting. I can't tell you how to be successful because I'm not even close to doing that yet. I'm doing this. Our time slot is 2 p.m. We're not prime time. we're barely on this network. Barely. We're down to averaging less than 100 views. Things aren't going good. But yeah, if you want a career in comedy, listen up to old sleeveless Joe over here. Number 1, accept that you can't do anything else. And if you can do anything else, don't do comedy. Do any of that. If you have any other skills whatsoever, if being a plumber interests you, being a painter, if you feel like you can do any of those things, do that. Because we don't need comedians. We don't at all. No one does. We shouldn't even do it. Now, however, though, if you find yourself saying there's nothing else I can possibly do, I'm shit, I'm stupid, preferably you're living with your mother right now. That'd be good.
I make her laugh every once in a while.
Yeah, make sure you're a useless piece of shit with absolutely no skills whatsoever and no ambition to do anything other than stand on a stage and talk about dumb shit that's probably been said before.
Ugly, too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, no. See, I would say ugly, but now hot comedians are back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Number 1, if you do anything else, do that instead of Number 2, go to an open mic and watch it. If you don't think that 60% of the people on that are absolute hot trash, don't do comedy. Because you need to hate most people that do comedy. Yeah, see, the problem is number 2 just looks like a good advice. Here, how about go to an open mic comedy, watch it, and hate most of it.
Okay, go to an open mic, watch it, and hate it. Yeah.
Hate most of it. Now, you're going to want to find, hopefully, while watching it, you'll see like 1 or 2 people that are like, oh, that kind of looks like comedy. At that point, then you have a pretty good mindset. Number 3, think about killing yourself because this is gonna come up a lot.
Yes,
this is gonna pop up this is gonna be one of our reoccurring things.
Preferably
that you do.
before you start comedy, that should already be a thought in your head.
Well, I assume it already is if
Yeah.
you're even thinking about doing comedy.
If
That's
it's
why.
not, it will be.
Yeah. Okay. Now, number 4, you're gonna want to continue going to open mics, and you're gonna want to say the exact same 5 minutes of jokes over and over again
For
until you
years.
feel nothing. Yeah, and that's gonna take anywhere from 3 to 5 years. Yeah, and then until you feel nothing.
Number 5, try the fuck the unfunny open mic women. Say they're funny, but if they don't fuck you, just talk shit about them not being funny.
That's shit advice. Don't do that.
Well, that's what most of them do.
That's what most of them do, and most of those guys fuck themselves
Yeah.
and then get stuck in that scene because they're so happy with being able to fuck mediocre-looking women.
It's always, oh, you're so funny, and then when they don't fuck you, it's, she sucks.
No, I mean, you don't even have to tell them they're funny. Actually, I will say, in my experience, I've never fucked a female comedian. Yeah, I've never fucked a female comedian. That didn't count. That was mostly hand stuff. So that's fine. But yeah, I mean, my wife works in comedy. I think comedy adjacent is okay. But yeah, don't fuck female comics. Let's do that. Number 5, don't fuck any female comics. I think that's really good advice.
Yeah.
Because everyone I know, and everyone, it's going to be hard because they're going to want to try to fuck you. And this could be true, but women always say that there's this massive cesspool in comedy that when women want to do comedy, all these guys are trying to fuck them. That's true, but these girls...
Where's that not true?
Huh? Yeah, that's true. That's everywhere.
That's true.
We're made to try to fuck you guys. Consent is pretty new. I'm not happy about. Hey, I don't think that's a good.
I would say the last 100 years, consent's a new thing.
Yeah, consent's really taken off, and that's a good thing. So society's still adapting to that. So,
even Jesus Christ was born without consent.
I guess just be happy that you can say no, and most people will respect it. Don't put that up there. Let's not
Consent is new.
Let's not make that number 6. But yeah, I mean, female comics have tried to fuck me multiple times, especially since I started booking shows. And it's never like in your face, but who's that? Oh, what's up, John? Do you want to come in? That's Jon Carden.
Just walks in.
Yeah, buddy, Jon Carden.
We'll take it. We don't have it yet. We're waiting on Dean, but
Oh, it's perfect.
We're doing a list of
this is perfect. John is perfect for this.
advice for new comics.
Training Rachel Wilson.
Training her?
Yeah.
Here, sit down. If
I'm
you're...
a physical trainer now, guys.
I could see that. You are very jacked. We're doing sleeves out. Or sleeves off.
Sleeves up. Oh, rip your sleeve.
Gotta rip the sleeve off.
Damn, you look good.
Jon Carden, everybody.
Yeah, Dean was supposed
It's your
to...
first time in the studio with us, right?
Well, he's done Filthy
No.
Show twice. This is the new
No,
studio.
No,
show
in
so
the
many
new
times?
studio.
Yeah, the new one for sure.
Yeah.
So,
First off, love you boys. How you doing?
Hey, John.
Justin, if Dean gets here, will we be able to make
Yes.
this work? Okay. So we read this bullshit thing about what to do when you first start doing stand-up.
Okay.
So we started making our own, and I'll fill you in. If you can do anything else, this is what I said. If you have any other kind of ambitions, do that.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean, if you have any even slight skill, if you can paint a house, paint houses, and go to an open mic, you got to watch it. You got to hate the majority of it.
I don't agree with 5.
Huh? Hey, John, I know you
You
don't.
should.
I know you don't, but you still shouldn't. This is just advice. It doesn't mean you have to abide by
yeah.
it. And then 3 is think about killing yourself. Actually, you know what? 6 is going to be think about killing yourself again.
Okay.
Let's throw that. Let's make 6 think. You're going to want to do that multiple times throughout your career.
No, think about not killing yourself for a minute.
Okay, that can be number 10.
Okay.
So you earn think about not killing yourself when you are a
No.
road feature.
Think about not killing yourself long enough to write one joke.
Okay, we'll make that number 10.
All right.
we gotta grind.
I mean,
through
number
through.
7 should be right one joke.
Okay.
Get a credit card and max it out just because. Because
What?
you need to start in debt. You
No.
can't start a comedy career with no debt.
Okay.
I didn't have debt.
I mean, Jon
worked
Carden
great for
is
me.
also the most successful one right now in this room.
I
so
guess rack up debt can be number 7.
we didn't start with that at all.
No,
We're-
that's a good point though, because if you have a credit card, you're gonna be able to go to gigs a lot easier.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get hotels you can't afford.
Yep.
To make $25 a show.
And then
opening
be
up.
a road feater 8 years later with $9,000 of credit card debt.
Hell yeah.
well,
And
you're getting there.
And you're making $9,000 a year. It evens out.
It's
baby.
perfect, dude. If I didn't have to eat, dude, I'd show a profit.
8 will be, and this is actually real advice. Be nice enough to the staff at a comedy club that you'll be able to host there. Because that's really, I mean, that's your first
I mean,
in.
the best advice I ever got was from a dude named Rod Long. Do you remember Rod Long up in the Pacific Northwest?
I don't think
He was
I
a
remember.
cruise ship comic. Oh, black dude, always wore a members only jacket, had a small fro.
I met that guy.
Yeah, he was the best.
Yeah, he was.
But he gave me advice. He said, it's okay to be an asshole. Don't be a dick.
That's fair enough. Because I think when you're nice to the staff
Yeah.
to the comedy club, those are the guys that are going to help you. And also, a lot of times, any of those staff members, even the lowest waitress, could be the booker one day. That happens.
Dude,
the
I've
booker
seen it.
It switches around real quick.
I've seen it, dude, because the booker at Mothership used to be a fucking server at the Tempe Improv.
Yeah. And then number 9 should be disregard all advice you get from staff, but pretend like it means something to you.
That's good. That's good advice.
God, that's so good.
That happens so much.
That's so fucking good.
You want them to think that you think it's all really good ideas, but don't ever listen to any of it. But pretend like it's really, really good shit.
Just nod, smile, and say, "Yeah, I'll try that."
Get real used to lying to people after they're set.
I won't name any names, but there was a booker in Washington, and she wasn't the booker for very long at the comedy club. But I remember her specifically telling me, she's like, "Your style's not that great. You're never going to be able to like headline with that kind of style." And I'm like named all these comics that, you know, are offensive comics that headline. She's like, "Well, you're not them." And I'm like, "I've been doing it for 3 years." They weren't them at 3 years either.
Yeah.
So, and then she like named all these other comics in the scene that were doing well. She's like, "Well, if you want to be like them, this, then you got to do what they do and be clean and be all friendly on stage." And you know where all those people are?
Can you name those comics?
Yeah, I mean, I won't name those comics.
God damn it.
I like those guys, but they're all...
I thought this was the Filthy Show.
All right. Monica Nevi, Mike Coletta.
Yes, baby. Spilled tea.
Well, I like those guys, but they are all still where they were at when she gave me that advice, which was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And hey, I mean, both of those people, they are funny.
Yeah.
But my intention was never to be that kind of comic. So to get that advice, because in her head, she's like, "Well, that's who I want to book all the time." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want to. You're a low-level comedy booker. I don't want to just you wanting me to book me all the time."
You want real advice? People book what they like. Don't be what they like. Don't make yourself what they like just to get booked.
That is actually, yeah, don't make there's got to be a better way to word that.
But don't make yourself, you know, whatever the booker wants. Be what you want to be.
Yeah,
Stay true to yourself.
Don't pander to bookers is a really good.
Yeah.
Because eventually, here's the thing about any booker. If you build yourself up enough and gain your own following, no matter what that booker's original idea about you was, they will 100% book you.
Oh, yeah.
If you have a following and you can sell tickets, even if at one point that person thought you were the worst comic in the world, they'll turn around and book you.
Yeah.
Because bookers really, and I say this as someone who's been booking shows for like 6 years now, we're not like talent scouts. The comedians are the scouts. The comedians are the ones that bring the other comedians up and help them.
We're the one, we watch comedy more than anybody does.
Yeah, and then we run our own shows and we put the guys that we think are funny on our shows and they get lifted up, and then the bookers see the guys that are getting lifted up by the other comedians and then they bring them in. I've never in my entire comedy career seen a strict non-comic booker find a comic. That doesn't happen.
Unless you've done comedy, don't give us advice about comedy.
Yeah. For 11, can we just put the N-word? No, don't do it. I don't think can we type it? Nice.
Number
that's
so
good.
funny.
Let's keep that.
Be an N-word from Florida.
I like how we're like having a conversation and it's flowing and that's what's giving us the rules, and then Adam just goes, "Hey, N-word. It's getting too good."
You're
N-word.
the one who brought me back to the Filthy Show level. I was trying to be real, but you made me out comics, and now I'm throwing some
Now
N-words.
Monica Nevi got some heat.
I did that for you.
That might work.
Yeah, I mean, say the N-word is not good advice, but here's the thing. You say the N-word and you come back and continue on with your career. Good for you. That's pretty impressive. I did that.
Do you remember when we were in Tulsa and you were going out the first like Friday? And it was like abortion, rape, pussy, murder.
Oh yeah, that was fun.
And the Tulsa crowds were like, "What? We can do that?" Their minds were blown. They were like, "Dude, I thought that got taken away from us."
Yeah,
this guy's doing it.
Adam's a man of the people.
I was cold opening with that material.
Yeah, it's so
I remember
funny.
like my first bit was like, "Yeah, I got a daughter. Wish I had aborted her. How do you guys feel about that? You ever want to stomp kill your kids?"
It was so funny. That's the only time I've ever seen somebody on a show say they worked for the trash company and he got a standing ovation.
Well, who was that?
Do you remember that? It was at that Tulsa show. Big J was like, "What do you do?" And the guy was like, "I'm a trash. I work for the trash service." And the whole crowd stood up and clapped for him.
Well, good for them. That is a really good job.
It's an important job.
It's important, and I think they get paid pretty good.
Who, Garbage Man?
Yeah,
Yeah, they actually do really good.
my dad's
Dude,
ex-girlfriend.
you're a lot more fuckable without glasses.
Really?
Yeah.
Now close your mouth.
I don't know how to function with that.
Rule
glass.
number 12: don't fuck Adam Luckey with glasses. Make him take them off
Hey,
first.
Carrie's managing a comedy club. She's fucked Adam Luckey with glasses. Actually, to be fair, I do take them off most of the time.
Okay.
So there we go.
Nice.
That might actually be good advice. All right, let's get back. Let's do one some more real advice. I mean, your main focus should be how well you do at comedy clubs. However, you need to do bar shows and get good at that too.
Oh yeah, that's
get
a good
good in front of bar.
Do
bar
every
crowds.
environment you can in comedy.
I mean, you said be nice to the staff, but even more than that, take care of the staff.
Yeah,
because,
tipping is good because you'll get to a point where you're getting free drinks and stuff, and you should still tip.
But it's not just tipping. It's like
having sex with them.
When you don't, Adam.
I said no female comics.
No club staff either.
That's a good one. Yeah, don't fuck club staff.
Don't fuck club staff.
Well, I'm married to one, so I can't do that one anymore.
Actually, yes, you can, you son of a bitch.
can.
How good of a comic do you want to be?
We've all broken some of these rules.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Buddy, I broke 3 yesterday.
I've broken every single one of these rules.
Except for think about killing yourself.
No, 11, 5, and 3. I'm broken, dude.
I've never broken 11.
I'm actually following 3 and 6 really well.
Yeah, 3 and 6 are Christmas. Wait, why are we saying take we
care
already
of the
did
staff.
take care of the staff.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, well, be nice to the staff. That could all just be number 8.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I don't know. I think it's a different thing.
All right.
I'll let you have it. I'll let you get rid of it. But I'm saying, because when you're on stage and you're like, yo, make sure you take care of the staff because they took care of you. Just those extra fucking 7 or 8 words, it's literally could change hundreds of dollars in their account.
You should always close out the shows if you're hosting.
And
like
I'll
that.
say that
always.
A lot of comedy club staff are comedians.
A lot of them, and they're not.
And they're low-level comedians.
Their livelihood completely depends off comedy.
Yeah, and then a lot of them are very big comedy fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
that's why when the staff comes up and tells you that you're funny, it means more than the crowd saying it. Because they're in that showroom every fucking week with every comic.
But to go
still
back,
don't take their advice.
Yeah, to go back to
still
number
don't
9.
take their advice. They still don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
That is a thing that a lot of comedy club, and like I said, a lot of my friends are comedy club staff members. There are comedy club staff that do not do shows, but for some reason they feel they have this connection to comedy that they're like involved in it and they like know how it works. And it's just like, everything you're saying about comedy is wrong.
I will say that
because it's an outside looking in perspective. Like it.
Well, they want what they want, right? And I think that's what makes what we do so subjective. Is it's really just depends on what the fuck people like.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
and if you're somebody they like without having to hear your jokes, then you're going to be way better off. You know what I mean? And then if your jokes and your comedy surprises them and it's good, then you're golden.
Well, that's why I think that the best comics, and I would say the most middle of the road comics are likable people. But when you get to the tip top, like best comics, it's kind of the people who aren't that likable because they had to overcome the fact that they weren't likable and their jokes just had to keep getting better and better. Because I mean, I can say for me, when I go on stage, crowds usually hate me right away. And then with my style of comedy, they're going to probably hate me even more. So
Adam,
Adam, funny.
Can I just say something on behalf of the crowd?
Is it the N-word?
No.
Oh.
No, I get it.
Yeah, me too.
I get it, dude.
Oh, trust me, one time I was bobbing so hard, I was like...
I still think about hating you and I love you.
Yeah, I know. I told that to a crowd one time. I was like... I was bobbing my ass. I was like, if you guys think it sucks hating me right now, try being me. I have to be in here all day, and I hate me more than any of you guys do. I was like, all of you combined together, the hate you feel for me now is still not as much as I hate myself. So try looking at this in the mirror every day while you're screaming.
Number 13, don't fuck Chris Rees.
Oh.
Well, I don't know. There's a comic here that's doing pretty good, and she fucked Chris Rees.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
I don't want to.
Oh, that was a while ago.
You broke number 5.
Yeah, she doesn't, and she does not have a podcast on this network. Sure. She does.
Oh, shit.
You know her. How do you not know?
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
No one knows. It's fine.
That's fine. It was a long time ago. I broke it.
Yeah, it's Patrick Depari.
Yeah.
It's Patrick Depari adjacent.
It was awful.
Haley Bo Osment.
Yeah, it's connected. It's close to Patrick Depari. It's a person close to him.
13.
Get good at 13 would be accept that everything's gonna fucking take a long time and also maybe not happen ever.
14 become best friends.
You're right about that. It's a marathon, right? Not a sprint. It's the old saying.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of cliche things to put on there, like funny as a gift and comedy as a craft, and know the difference. You know?
Yeah,
because I've met people at a barbershop that are funnier than any comic that I've ever met.
Oh, yeah, we were saying that earlier. We were saying black homeless people as a whole are probably funnier than most comedians.
Right? But you put them on stage and they're just like, there's nothing. There's no comedy.
Yeah.
It's just funny.
Well, the reason why I think 13 is so important is, especially in Austin right now, because we've had Cam Patterson and we've had like a couple other people.
You've had rocket ships
that just come in.
Yeah.
Haven't been doing it that long. Most of the time it's Kill Tony related because Kill Tony just has such a massive fan base. And then not to shit on the Kill Tony crowds, but they're used to seeing a minute of comedy per comic. It's like someone who just watches open mics and comedy, basically. If you just watch open mics and comedy, when you see someone who's really good, it's going to blow your fucking mind.
Yeah.
So especially when it's a younger guy and especially when it's a black person and there's not that many black people on Kill Tony. So it's really going to fucking open your eyes. And yeah, Cam is absolutely hilarious. But then you see so many other comics be like, well, if he could do it in 2 years, I can too. And I'm like, you're not going to.
Well, you've got to remember
like,
is
you
that
will not. For
everybody has a struggle. Their struggle just is different than yours. You know what I mean?
No, I know.
Cam's 3 years in, and he's got to formulate enough material to do an hour on the road because he has those followers and he can make that money and do those numbers. And you got to capitalize on it while you have it.
Yeah, and Cam's not in like big advantage. And
no,
like you said,
he's working from an underdog.
It's harder. It's going to be much harder.
Absolutely, the odds are not in his favor.
To make it that early and then still continue to get better will be so challenging because he has to continue working and getting better under a fucking microscope with everybody watching him.
That's what people don't understand about why we respect Cam so much, because there's a lot of people in other scenes like, oh, he just shot up, whatever it is. And it's like, no, you don't understand. He shot up and he's fucking handling it.
Yeah.
Well, that's the difference. He's fucking handling it.
He's the fucking nicest guy in the world. And
he's the sweetest kid you'll ever meet.
You hear that gay phrase said on every fucking podcast about, oh, he's the nicest guy. Cam is legitimately, he's nice to everybody. He's friendly as fuck.
He's the sweetest kid in the world, man.
He only wants to help out other comics. I mean, he's like I said, he's 2 years in and he's already like giving tons of people opportunities. And he's still got the drive to be a comic. Like, he did that Kill Tony Arena show. Thousands of people, instead of going to the Kill Tony after party, drove an hour back over here, walked into the green room, and asked if he could do a spot on my show.
Well,
asked. He didn't even be like, hey, I want to do this.
I was here.
Yeah, he asked and was like, if you don't have time, it's totally understandable. And it's like, when I brought him out, it was like I brought out fucking Dave Chappelle. That's what the reaction was like.
But that's why when I did roast battles the other day, I give Cam my spot. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I want that kid to have as much time as he can get to get as good as he can while he can.
Cam's been following number 11. That's why he made it.
That's true. White comics take note.
Yeah.
He does say it. He says it.
He says it a lot.
He does that thing where he like tells a white guy in the front, like, say the N-word. And I'm like, that's going to cause some trouble. Someone's going to say it. And he said, I don't know if he told me if anyone said it before. I've never seen anyone say it.
You can't get mad if somebody does, though.
No. If you're a black guy and you tell someone to say the N-word, they say it.
Do you watch...
they have to.
Do you watch the Corey Holcomb podcast at all?
No.
5150?
I heard about that thing he did where he like screamed at Donnell Rawlings. And
yeah, but I mean, Donnell kind of started that, the whole thing. And then he calls Godfrey.
Wait, Donnell Rawlings was heckling?
Yeah.
Oh, who would have
Whoever would have thought that.
Donnell Rawlings was loud and annoying? Wow.
That's how he got into comedy, literally.
Yeah. $5 said he was ashy.
He admits that. He says that he got into comedy by going to shows and heckling people.
Yeah. And anyway, Corey did a podcast called Godfrey Gay. And then talked to Godfrey on the phone and called him gay to his face. But anyway, to start the episode, he's like, his co-host is sitting next to him. And they're like, he's like, so y'all say that my wife left me for sleeping with her. And he's like, so what? And then she goes to say something and he's like, so y'all saying this? And then she goes to be like, yeah, that was wild. And he says it again. And you got to have like that bone is something you have to have in comedy.
Yeah.
Just the ability to look at people and say, so fucking what I did.
You got to be fat and black. You're right.
What do you care? So?
Black comedy is so much different than white comedy. I mean, it's a completely different world.
It is you know what, man?
It rocks. It's so much better. Because their whole thing is they are all about trash talk and shit talk.
Yeah.
To your face.
What's about unapologetically living your life?
But that's the big difference is like, you'll know what especially a seasoned black comic, you'll know what he thinks about you because he'll tell you in the green room. And he'll do it in the form of a joke, but it's a very detailed, specific joke. Yep. And like, if you can give it right back to him, and if you just give him a hard rule number 11 right to his goddamn face,
then you're the bad guy.
you might win him back.
You should have said right to his rule number 11 face.
I did not say that. That's not how I worded it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, comedy a lot of times is dealing with a lot of rule number 11s because
shut the fuck up, dude.
You started that. You made that fun.
I know, man. I fucking started it.
But yeah, I mean, white comics are the same with the shit talking and all the trash talking and like just.
I'll tell you what.
But 14, the thing is, white comics do it behind each other's backs.
14. When you're supposed to get paid, get paid. When you're not, don't ask for it.
Okay.
Well, the thing is,
or maybe just ask about payment.
Everyone's going to get to booked. A point where
ask about, like, find out what you're getting paid.
Well, and also it's like if you're making money, you'll never be in a situation where you need to get paid. Like if you're an actual comic that makes money,
that's bullshit.
Well, if you're making money and you're still asking for the $20 at a show, that's kind of what I mean. Like the people who are asking for money at like small shows and showcases are usually the people that aren't making money in comedy. So it's like you got to get to the point where you're making money. And then you want to get to the point where it doesn't matter if you're not getting paid for a show.
Number 15, be best friends with Joe Rogan.
Number 15, get off your phone on a podcast.
Sorry, somebody just FaceTimed me. FaceTime video? The fuck?
FaceTime. Is it Big J? I mean, yeah, fine. You should always discuss what the payment is. Because, I mean, I have plenty of people asked to do a show day of, and then you let them do it, and then they're like, so how much does that pay? I'm like, well, you did it. You already did it. So, like, you obviously didn't give a fuck. Now you want to know because you want to milk all that it's worth. But, and showcases is so much different. If it's just a 8-minute per comic showcase styled show, like, those are never going to make anybody money. That's not what they're there for. It's just, for more experienced comics, it's almost like your open mic.
Yeah.
It's how you try out new shit. It's how you can like try out riffing and crowd work and shit. Like the bigger the comic, the less they even care about the money, usually, when it comes to those kind of shows. Obviously, if you're headlining a show, you should always get paid.
Yeah.
Featuring
you're selling
a show.
Tickets, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. If you're 1/13 of a show, like you can't get too angry that you only got $25.
No, but that's why, you know what I mean? Find out what the pay is before the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I've seen so many fucking green room squabbles and disagreements about fucking money, dude. Or people in DMs about money, and it's just get it done first.
Well, and
get it out of the way.
I saw an article recently about what the LA comedy scene actually pays, and everyone was like shitting on it. I'm like, you don't go to LA to make money in comedy. You go to LA to get to the point in comedy where you make money.
Yeah.
And Austin's the same way. Like, yeah, you can do 5 or 6 shows in one night in Austin and make like $25-$40 per show. That's a decent little walking around money that you made. But that shouldn't be the only thing you're doing. You should also, if you want to make money in comedy, you need to also go on the road. You need to be featuring or headlining these smaller shows and make money that way. Because just grinding showcases in Austin is never going to be a primary source of income for anybody, unless it's like, you know, you're headlining shows at clubs in Austin.
Yeah.
Also, 15, don't be a girl. Don't be a fucking girl, dude.
Justin, you got to put it.
I got her.
Well, here's the thing.
I think number 15 should be don't worry too much about getting famous right off the bat.
That kind of is what we already did that one.
Where?
Except that it'll take a long time. If
okay.
That's the exact same thing.
I didn't see that. Don't be a girl. I don't know.
Don't be a girl.
That works out nowadays.
Look, if you're a girl, do comedy, but don't be a girl about it.
Oh, I get it.
Like I don't think there shouldn't be female comics. But
if you can't, don't be a girl about it.
Yeah, you can't.
I can hear the feminist head explode in Berkeley, dude.
Don't be a girl, but if you are,
I can hear the soybean tears hitting the ground right now, dude.
Oh god,
it's like
so awesome.
Look, and I'm contradicting myself because earlier I said comics aren't rock stars because I don't think we are. We're clowns. But if if a girl became a punk rock star, can't be a girl about it. You got to be a girl punk rocker. You can't just be a regular girl.
Like, you gotta have
same
tough
with comedy.
skin.
You can't just be a girl in comedy. You gotta fucking grow some balls. That's the whole point of comedy. It's hard. It hurts.
Yeah.
Like,
you can't let
you're
your
gonna
emotions
be
get the better of you.
So much. And girls are, they're more driven by their emotions. So if you let that hit you too hard, Why don't they kill themselves as much? I really thought, I never thought about
because
that. Female comics don't really kill themselves.
I've actually known Meredith Flanders.
Who is she?
She was a comic in Seattle when we were coming up. That killed herself.
I remember that. They did an open mic night where they let everybody on because she killed herself because she wasn't getting enough open mic spots.
Did she do it in a funny way?
I think it was no.
No, it was hacky. She hung herself.
Don't be a girl.
Other people have done that already. Boo.
I will say Luke Severai said one of my favorite jokes I've ever heard right after she died. He got on stage and he goes, "Fuck, I'll never get that belt back."
That's funny.
Oh, that's a joke he said? Yeah. That he shits on us for saying bad things.
Damn, what time? How long have we been going? Like 50? 45. All right, we'll do another 5. The music's getting loud. It's fucking South by Southwest. We shit on South by Southwest so hard.
Oh, dude, I missed it?
Yeah.
Fuck, can I come back? Can we come back around?
You can say what you want.
Yeah, we can end talking about
Yeah, tell all these fucking people.
We'll come back to this.
I like the ending with "Don't be a girl."
Tell all these fucking people to get out of our city. What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
it's funny because here's the thing. We all came here also.
Oh, yeah.
We kind of.
But we came here poor.
But we came here with nothing. Yeah, we came here with absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Straight up, get these fucking immigrants out of our goddamn city.
Blended in.
These damn musical immigrants. I don't fucking want them here. Hey, here's the other thing, dude.
The music sucks. It's not even good music.
Yeah, if I see one more band with more numbers than letters, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Ooh, can we just bring up Spotify? I see you have Spotify down there. Can we just type in the South by Southwest 2024 playlist? Because they have it on there. It'll show all the bands.
You mean all the music that you want to ignore?
Yeah, well, that's what we were saying. It's $1,000 for a music badge, and you've never heard of most of these bands. I mean, right now, I hear a goddamn pan flute. There's a motherfucking pan flute happening right now.
Elves playing
today? If I can't have my point proven any more than that, a motherfucking pan flute's happening right now.
He's going off on that pan flute, though.
I mean, to be honest, the more I hear it, he is going off on that pan flute.
Dude, radical pan flute?
That's kick ass.
The pan flute.
Punk rock pan flute?
Dude, do you remember when we were out back that time when we saw Sean James?
And no, that was Chris.
It was Chris?
Yeah.
There was the violinist.
That dude kicked ass.
There was the heavy metal violinist.
Yeah.
That shit was.
You mean when we were here?
Yeah, when we were here.
Yeah, that was.
You were here.
You weren't there for Sean James. You went home.
No, but you guys saw him earlier, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about later in the night?
And we were gonna go the next night, but I ended up having to get tires on my fucking car.
We just did a show instead.
As much as I've shit on.
We ended up doing a show. We're at the Roma Room.
Yeah.
God, we're old.
Yeah. And then we played Peggle with Dean all night.
That's right. We did
Dean. We're missing Dean.
We did play Peggle with Dean all night.
As much as I've shit on South by Southwest music, that was Elephant Sessions, and those guys fucking ripped.
Oh, Elephant Session was pretty rad. That was last year. This is the first year we did it.
Then we're talking about, because they were like
the Black Keys are here?
I wouldn't doubt it. They got a new album.
Well, that's the thing is, there's always because the first South by I went to, we got to see.
Okay, the Black Keys are pretty.
What's her name?
The Black Keys are pretty kick-ass. I get why that's number one.
We saw
because after that, it gets real fucking bare bones.
Yeah, we got to see Dolly Parton. So they always have like one really big act, and then you got to see fucking Their Love.
It's called "Let's See Them Before They Die."
Can we? Is there a way to zoom in? I can't see shit. Nice. Yeah, we got Thus Love. Let's listen to a little. What's that? Wasted and Ready. Ben Quayler.
Quayler?
John David Kent. Ben Queller actually sounds familiar to me. All right, I kind of like this. It's not bad. This is some fucking drinking whiskey in the dark music.
Dude, John David Kent rips.
I actually kind of like this already. It's starting really well.
I feel like an asshole.
I do know Ben Queller.
I'm having a moment, dude.
All right, you know what? We're gonna end it on this. I take back everything I said. This is really nice music.
South by
God damn it,
We're gonna try to figure out where Ben Queller.
Shout out to the Department of Justice for sponsoring such a great festival.
Yeah, shout out to whatever you guys did with the fucking homeless people.
We're just bitter. We don't have our badges.
Shout out to Old Spice and Mountain Dew, Volkswagen.
Just give us a goddamn badge. Why can't we have badges?
Let us feel like
Shout out to official sponsor Auschwitz.
Yeah. Auschwitz.
Shout out to Palestine. They're gonna kite surf down here and kill everybody at the end.
Hell yeah, dude! They're gonna paraglide right in, bro.
Gonna wakeboard in.
They're gonna get enough steam on Lake Travis and just coast right in, dude.
All right. Well, that was a really fun episode.
Thanks for having me. I just want to come
course.
in and say fuck you to you guys because I love you.
Thank you,
That's
Ben
how you've been
Queller.
on most of our podcasts.
It is, dude. I just like they all that Chris and Adam recording. I'm like, you mean my buddies?
Yeah.
It's the second time this has happened, but it's worked out well because our other Southern sweetheart of a guest didn't show up, so we got a better Southern sweetheart.
You want to make it sad?
What?
Show your wiener.
Last time I was here,
No.
the producer was Nick Roche.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. Now he's a pile of pillows.
R.I.P. buddy.
What a terrible
Third
way to come back to life.
Comfy though.
Yeah, reincarnated as a pile of pillows.
A pillows.
Oh, also though, I would like to plug that. I know not a lot of people listen to this podcast, but March 22nd, we're doing a show. I would love for you to be a part of it in some sense. Maybe you can judge or do a set or something, but it's a one-night competition in memory of Nick Roche.
I love that.
We're taking all the younger comics in Austin that haven't had a chance to really get a big break yet. And they're gonna each do 4 minutes. So the top 3 people get first place I believe gets $1,500. Second place gets $800, and I think third place gets $500. And then the bottom 3 places have to kill themselves. But
Hold on. First place gets $1,250. I get my cut. If they win, I get my cut.
all right, fair enough.
I mean, thank God Nick Roche killed himself for this opportunity.
But yeah, Chris is gonna be on it, and
Dude, that right there is just so fucked up.
Well, when Nick Roche was alive, I never had the opportunity to win $1,500.
His parents. So his parents are putting up all the money, which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I know. It's
and
great.
they're gonna be here.
That makes you so much more than an asshole.
I love Nick more than any
Why?
of you.
What are you if Nick from hell could pick whoever he wants to win, I don't like that. But if there's like hell, that's where
Technically, you would be down there.
Actually, we need to make Rule 16 the Nick rule. Don't kill yourself.
no.
Yeah. Well,
No.
you're gonna. Well,
Well, here's the thing. This is the second show he's had at the Creek since he
Yeah.
died, and he's had 0 before that. It's a Friday 9 p.m., dude. That's a pretty good slot.
Why does this hurt so bad?
Because this is all we have.
Oh my God!
I can't
Fuck God.
cry.
If he knew how much we missed him, man.
Oh, he knows. And yeah, if he could pick, he would want Chris to win. So
does that mean anything?
That's why we're
Nick's
rigging it.
parents.
that's why we're gonna rig it. That's why.
Now Chris can't win because we did this.
Fuck. I can get second place. That's still pretty good.
All right. Well, yeah, March 22nd. Definitely come check that out. The Creek in the Cave. This should be out by then, I would assume. John, do you want to plug your Instagram? Anything you got coming up?
Instagram's at going to the Jon, Jon, and I don't know, man. I'm out there.
Hell yeah. Yeah, check out John. He's got a really cool OnlyFans where he just kicks tires.
Yeah.
But he's naked. Just kicks at his wiener wiggles.
I mean,
pretty
tires
good.
is what we call Chris, but sure.
Tires is what we call Chris's asshole. All
I hate it.
right. Hell yeah. That was fun. Thank you guys.